Hi everyone, Adam here, and this is what I watched for November of 2023. Just a quick overview of the movies I saw this month. Just to clarify, this is movies I haven't seen before or movies I saw at the cinema. Yeah, I don't do rewatches because you'd be going, why is he watching that again? Right, let's begin. It won't be too long. There's only 4 movies I watched this month. On the 3rd of November, I watched The Dive. That's a movie about a couple of sad sacks who go on a diving expedition. Their sisters, one gets stuck under a rock and the other one has to find a way to rescue her. It's something that could have been a tense, exciting thriller, but I don't know, it's surprisingly dull. I will give credit, the underwater photography looked good, and I think, look, the actresses did the best they could, but the problem is neither of the characters are likable. Here's a synopsis. The calmer you are, the less air you lose. 2 sisters go diving at a beautiful remote location. One of the sisters is struck by a rock, leaving her trapped 28 metres below. Dangerously low levels of oxygen and cold temperature. It is up to her sister to fight for her life. I mean, there's an intriguing premise there. It just wasn't well executed, and the 2 characters weren't exactly likable. I won't go into too much detail. I did do a quick review of it. It was pretty average. On the 10th of November, I watched The Marvels, of course, the latest in the MCU. Look, it wasn't great, but it wasn't too bad either. But there was chemistry between the 3 leads. Here's a synopsis. Higher, further, faster together. Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, has reclaimed her identity from the tyrannical Kree and taken revenge on the Supreme Intelligence. But unintended consequences see Carol shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe. When her duties send her to an anomalous wormhole linked to a Kree revolutionary, the powers become entangled with that of Jersey City superfan Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, and Carol's estranged niece, now Sabre astronaut Captain Monica Rambeau. Together, this unlikely trio must team up and learn to work in concert to save the universe. I mean, a lot of movie channels now are saying pretty much every Marvel movie that comes out is the worst Marvel movie ever. I don't think it's terrible, but it's not great. I'll give it credit for only going for 105 minutes. So sometimes, Marvel movies do go for a bit long. I mean, I like Marvel movies. I still watch them, but I will say, but here's a problem with the Marvel movies though. I haven't caught up on all the TV shows, and they make references to them. And they expect you to have caught up on them. Because I never got around to watching Miss Marvel. But, look, it had some okay scenes. But everybody played their parts really well, and there were some entertaining moments. One moment they go, what? Yeah, but I will say, it's just okay. On the 12th of November, I watched Freelance. This is the action comedy with John Cena and Alison Brie. They call it an action comedy. It's not funny and not that exciting. I don't think John Cena is suited for action movies. Alison Brie can be funny, but for some reason this didn't work, and unfortunately, like John Cena and Alison Brie didn't have that much chemistry together. Here's the synopsis. Retirement doesn't suit him. An ex-Special Forces operative takes a job to provide security for a journalist as she interviews a dictator, but a military coup breaks out in the middle of the interview. They are forced to escape into the jungle where they must survive. Yeah, so it's one of those movies, they start off hating each other, and then, get to, the standard drill of this type of movie, then they become, friends. Although it was good to see Christian Slater back in the movie, but it's too bad it wasn't a good movie. Actually, this year's probably a very disappointing year for action movies. Hardly any have been good. What's the best I can say about it? It's a bit of wet shirt action. Yeah, by Alison Brie. And to make it equal, and John Cena. Yeah, the action scenes were average. Yeah, I barely remember it. I only saw it not that long ago. And on the 17th, I watched Thanksgiving. This is a new slasher movie from Eli Roth. Basically, a modern day take on the slasher formula with tongue planted firmly in cheek, but still pretty gory. I was entertained. Pretty fun cast, but the synopsis is there will be no leftovers. After a Black Friday riot ends in a tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the holiday, picking off residents one by one. What begins as random revenge killings are soon revealed to be part of a larger, sinister holiday plan. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. It blends horror and comedy pretty well. Bit of a mystery. Yeah, if you're an old school horror fan or you like horror in general, I'd recommend this. I think it is getting mixed responses from people, but well, that's pretty much all movies, to be honest. Okay, so that's pretty much what I watched for November of 2023. Let us know, have you seen any of these and what did you think? Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon.